I want everybody to be aware that the version of you that you consider in the future or that you consider you could become already exists. The other difference is in time and the decisions you make in between. But if you think about the possibility that you could be a pilot, you could be a billionaire, you could be a pastor of a big church, it already exists. The only problem is that, do you believe it strong enough? But aside that, now, whether or not you believe it strong enough, the mere fact that you thought about it already gave the possibility of its existence. Now, like I said, if you are skilled at point A, well, let's say you're skilled in carpentry, but the height of carpentry is having maybe a furniture house or being the biggest carpenter in a country or anything. Okay, let's say tailor, like Seyi Vodi. Now, for Nigerian tailors, I guess that's the peak point. And you're a tailor, and you're very good at what you do. There is already a trajectory of you as big as Seyi Vodi is, as long as you have that skill on a road, and that road is tailoring. Now, the only difference in between you and Seyi Vodi is what you do in between. Now, the road exists, but the barriers you have are things that can affect your journey, which is maybe environmental, societal, family, emotional, a lot of all those things. But the moment you've thought about it, the moment you can, for you to think about it, I want to believe that you have some skill in it. Like I said, a musician will not just wake up one day and say he wants to be the boxing champion. A musician will probably say he wants to win the Grammy. An area boxing champion will not say he wants to win the Grammy. He'll probably say he wants to become Mike Tyson. The mere fact that you have any kind of skill and there's a height of that skill, there's a peak of that skill, already has created a road that can lead you there. The only difference is where you are now to that place. And the in-betweens is a sacrifice that you need to do. Because the person that you are now from the person that you're supposed to be at that point are two different people. By the time this person gets here, this person will not recognize this person at this stage. Let me give you an example. You're old enough to own a phone, you hold a camera, and you can talk to us right now. Now, when you look back on the things that you liked as a child, or when your family tells you, when you were small, this is what you were doing, you don't believe, you don't even understand, like, why would I like that? Exactly. From where you are now to where you want to be, the height of your craft, at this point in time, you are that child. For you to go to that other place, you have to get to a point of when you look at this person here, like, why the hell was I thinking about that? Why would I? That's exactly the difference between this person and that person. So if you think now you're different from you as a child, people tell you, maybe you were shy, now you're bold, and you're like, why would I be shy? That's where you are now, to where you're going to. The personality differences between here and there is the sacrifice. See, when they say you must be born again in Christianity, and then Nicodemus asks, do you have to be born of a woman again? And Jesus explained, no. You just have to, old things are passed away and new things have become new. Exactly. From 100,000 net worth to 100 million net worth, all things must pass away. There is no other way. You must be born again to be a different person. The born again now, you go on the altar call for Christians, you go on the altar call and they lay your hands on you, whatever, and they tell you you would be a different person now, you should be a different person now. They still depend on your own discipline on yourself and what you have said. Born again means new belief system, new understanding, hacking your childhood. If you grew up under a shrine where it was okay to sacrifice things, humans and whatever, by the time you're born again, you have to re-understand those sacrifices and know that they were evil. That's being born again, because you grew up under that setting. That is a total overhaul of understanding. You need to redefine what things mean to you. And for success, you must be born again. For you to get success, you must be born again. Born again in mindset. You must have a mindset shift from this person, which if you're not where you're supposed to be, then you are the child, to that person, the adult, that has learned new things. And most of those things you learn it through experience or through information somehow. But bottom line, understand that if you are not where you want to be, you are still a child in that trajectory of your life, and you need to grow up. And how do you grow up? By knowing more. When you know more in that direction you want to be, you will get there. But say you will be the same person, and then you're from where you are, you're not anywhere close to where you want to be, and you believe that it's just going to happen and you won't change. You are lying to yourself. And we're not here to lie to you. We're here to tell you the direct truth. If you are where you are and you do not like where you are and you believe you deserve to be somewhere else, you need to change. All you understand has to be re-understood. Different principles, the principles you understand has to change. You have to realign them, or else you're not going anywhere. You're going to roll around the same store, and you still get to the same point because you didn't change. There's nobody that was worth 100,000 today that became worth 1 billion that remained the same in the mind. Forget what you knew or what you can do. First hear what you understand, what you believe. The definition of success has to change for you. The definition of riches has to change for you. The definition of poverty has to change for you. The definition of love has to change for you. The definition of trust has to change for you. This is just a few of the parts that you have to change. You have to change everything. All you understand. I'm not talking about physical. I'm not talking about, say, go and buy a car or go and do makeup. No. In here, you must be born again. You must become a different person. What I will tell you, the hack here, where people don't understand is, being born again, you might not really understand. You know, pastors will be telling you, okay, read the Bible, do this like us. Okay, good. In this other one, it's almost the same thing. If you want to be on that side, you must have seen somebody on the other side of this path you want to be in. Learn how the person got there on his own. Learn what the person does in that place. You will not do everything hook, line, and sinker. Like I said before in one of my other podcasts on YouTube, you would rearrange. Even if they gave you a shoe, a very nice, comfortable shoe, you would arrange that shoe to fit your leg size. And that's why I hammer on the fact that you need to understand self. You need to understand yourself. Understand this personality here. Rearrange your thoughts. Understanding what they do there at the height of your craft. If you're a musician, the person you admire the most, understand what they do there, what entails there, and don't argue against it. You can either say, okay, I don't want that, that's okay. But that's how he got there, and that's what he did. And that's the trajectory for himself. When you get as a blueprint for him, you can rearrange your own if you understand who you are. But you must understand yourself. You won't go there and start criticizing everybody without knowing your own reactions. You don't even know what you can do. I take it upon myself every day to learn my own limits. And I learn my limits every day. I learn my limitations. I learn my reactions. I learn my triggers. And I learn everything that pertains to me. Because when I learn me enough, I don't have to figure out the next person. I don't have to figure myself enough and do what is in alignment with who I am. I mean, every other person will align. But my whole question is make sure that who you are aligned to or what you are is what you are comfortable being. But that's the most important thing. If you are not comfortable being a thief, stealing will never help you. If you're not comfortable being deceitful, being deceitful will never help you. You must realign yourself to who you are, and you must do that by understanding yourself. This person here. Don't deceive yourself. You can deceive also. It's okay. Don't deceive yourself. That's the most important.